Hello there, it's Dave here from Creative Guitar Lounge. I wanted to do a little video today about DADGAD tuning and a really easy way to get that kind of vibe. So it's more about the vibe than anything particularly technical with that tuning. So as you know, if you're a lover of people like Led Zeppelin in particular, you'll know the tuning I mean. It's the one which is used on Kashmir and Black Mountainside and some other, I think Brawn Your Stomp, some other stuff like that. It's been a traditional tuning for a lot of kind of folk guitarists for a very long time, and I think it's actually still being used to this day by various bands, and I think even that ginger guy, whose name I can't even remember, the guy that's sold about 10 billion records in the last few years, ginger guy, do you know who I mean? Ed Sheeran, yeah. I think he's got a tune apparently that uses DADGAD tuning fairly recently, one of his huge hits. So anyway, the traditional way of doing DADGAD tuning is to take your standard tuning and go down. So you take so we're taking the bottom E down to a D, D, A, D, and then G, A. So we're taking our B string down to an A. And then the top E again down to D. And there you've got that lovely tuning. So it's just you get all these lovely things. It's a bit limiting, which is kind of the beauty of it. You've always got that kind of D drone going on, which is really nice, and it enables you to do things like just using octaves and finding nice little kind of chord progressions. I've written a few songs with it. It's a lovely thing. I just love it. It's got a certain vibe to it. But it's kind of, if you're doing it as part of a live set, I used to do one DADGAD song in my band's live set, and we'd have it kind of towards the end. And usually the problem with down tuning a guitar is I've always found it makes it a bit easier to go out of tune in a venue when it starts to get warm and everything, and that's what I found. So I would have a guitar ready tuned so they didn't have to go through that, which is not fun for anyone to watch when they've come to see a live performance. So I had the guitar ready tuned and to the side, and inevitably we weren't a big enough band to have a roadie tuning and stuff, just seconds and handing it to me seconds before I needed it. So we'd have to sit there throughout the gig until we got around to it, and it would usually be a bit out of tune. But I discovered just actually during lockdown, done another video about this, but you can get a very similar effect if I just go back to... So if we just go back to our standard E tuning, you can actually acquire a device like this, which is a half capo or a partial capo, aka, and that can actually just clamp onto your guitar on the second fret. So it used to go that way. On the second fret, and just cover the A string, D string and the G string, and you instantly get that vibe. It's actually a tone up, it's actually in E, so it's not as catchy a sounding name, there's not an equivalent. I mean, DADGAD is quite easy to say. This is something like E, A, Bab, B, something like that. You can work it out yourself, but it's basically exactly the same vibe as DADGAD, and all you've had to do is clamp on to, you can even do this with the guitar you're already using, and if, say, you're doing a live performance, and get the same sort of vibe. So that's just a nice little easy way to get that same kind of drone vibe, if you like, that you get from DADGAD. You're a tone up. But if you're in one of those bands that, like my old band, that we used to kind of tune down half a step anyway, you're kind of right in the middle, so it's really just a sort of E flat GAD, if you like. So it's very close to DADGAD, and you can do most of the same kind of things with it. I've written a tune with it, played a little snatch of it there. I haven't finished producing it. When it's done, I'll put a link into the video for that, because I used that on acoustic guitars, an electric guitar, and in fact a bass guitar. That all using that little capo, that little half capo. I'll give you a link in the video in the description to where you can get one of them. And if you found this useful, remember to subscribe. That'd be brilliant. Leave me some comments and hit the little notifications bell. So I'm going to be doing a lot more videos shortly. Thanks for watching. It's been Dave, Creative Guitar Lounge. Have a lovely day.